Today was the second day of the Derek Chauvin trial. Of course, if you don't know who Derek Chauvin is, I mean, lived on a rock. Derek Chauvin is the disgraced Minnesota cop who killed George Floyd with his knee on his neck last May. I can't believe it's almost a year since that happened. I've been watching it in detail. I've been listening to this. I've been checking in on reports and all that. Even trying to avoid following the media both ways, left and right wing, because even with this shit, even though it's clear that he murdered him out there, that there's still agendas being presented here from the media. Not all, but many on both sides. I was talking to my wife about this earlier, and I'll say this much: if for some reason Derek Chauvin gets off on this, is found not guilty, I gotta tell you, if he's found not guilty, I shudder to think what this country will go through. The amount of riots. And people say, it's on video. There's no way you'd be found not guilty. Oh, yeah, but Fernando Castile, was on video getting shot by a cop, and still the cop got off. George Zimmerman still got off. There's countless people who have gotten murdered, minorities got murdered, and yet the policeman, and not all cops are bad, obviously. I'm friends with a lot of cops. They have a fucking hard job. I fucking pray for those guys all the time. But there are bad apples too. And we got to call out the bad apples as well too. And George Floyd was murdered. It's on video. I don't know how more clear you can be about that. Anything less than a conviction to me, honestly, it's going to be a disaster. I shudder to think what's going to happen in this country. We're already stressed because of COVID. Obviously, a lot of the racial undertones going on in this country, not just with blacks, now with the Asians now too. And, we just came out of a very polarizing election, and there's still a lot of discourse that is not positive involved in that. I just hope the right thing is done here. Because, again, I think there'll be a lot of riots across this country to which we've never seen before. I hope not. I pray not. And I'll tell you what, this trial is really, personally for me, is testing my faith in God.